And now y'all just listen to this. Just listens.
Man got on the internet and said that American women are no competition. Me personally, as a black woman who's married, I wasn't offended. I wasn't offended because what she said, generally speaking, is very true. Before you say it's not all women, obviously not. However, it's too many of us. And when it comes to us as Western American women, specifically black women, we have men actively looking to leave and seek other women. I don't see any other countries looking to come and get Western women.
Why would that German woman eat us up like that? And when I say us, I mean us as black women. If you haven't seen the video, the woman came out, German woman, talking about how black American women are no competition, like none at all. And she stood 10 toes on it, confidently said it. And honestly, y'all, there's no lies. Unfortunately, she felt comfortable saying that because it's true. We are not feminine women. We are not raised to respect, to be kind, to be nurturing, to be caring of our black men.
I'm back with another triggering topic. And y'all saw the clips, so you already know that the topic of the day is pygmies. And I really don't like to use that word anymore because it's lost a lot of its power because of number one, its overuse, and number two, people using it to describe women in general who may or may not even be pygmies. But for these two creators, it is very on brand. The reason why I have such a problem with women who make this type of content is frankly because, in my opinion, they're disgraceful. They don't make this content to help black women or to uplift black women or to encourage black women to do better. They make this content to make black women look like public.
They do it to try to tear you down, to try to guilt trip you, peer pressure you, and force you to be like them. They do this because they feel bad about themselves. Like I had said, these type of women, they want the freedom that we got. But in my opinion, as a black woman, you have more freedom when you date out of your race and you divest and you swirl. You have more freedom. When you is dating your own, you is not going to have no freedom if it's not a black man that you got lucky and blessed with, that believe in morals, that believe in value and respect, and was raised in the right environment and had the right upbringing and wasn't raised up in a broken home, a broken, dysfunctional home. You good. But a lot of these pro-black pygmies, they piss me off because, like I always say when it comes to these black pygmies, they don't practice what they preach. They always trying to peer pressure other black women to be like them because they want validation and they want acceptance and approval just that bad. You is literally seen as a doormat. These women are doormats and they don't even see it, but they are doormats. That's what they are. They are doormats. I'm not finna be no man doormat. I'm not finna be no man doormat punching bag. So if that made me as a black woman, if that made me look like I'm difficult to deal with, I'm hard to deal with, then so the fuck what? Ain't no Dusty finna sit here and just let you keep telling him that he need to get a job and he know he don't want to get a job. He gonna keep being lazy, living off of different women, thinking that different women are his mother.
Enemy number one. They want to make big bread off of bashing black women. But they make sure at the same time that they separate themselves and they put themselves in a higher position over the collective of black women. Now you see, you have two black women here that
Those women do not be in high positions. Those women are coons. They are Miss Coons. You got the Mr. Coons and you got the Miss Coons. Those are Miss Coons. And those are pro-black pygmies. Also, Those are women who don't even know they self because they live in their life through male validation. They don't even know they self. Some of these women have identity crisis because they don't know who they are because they have lived their life through a man validation for so long. They don't think that they good enough. They think that they is less than. They think that they is worthless. They think they are valueless. They feel like they are the bottom of the barrel without a man. They feel like they can't live their life without a man. They feel like they just gotta have a man. And whenever you feel like you just gotta have a man, that's desperation. Like, that's desperation. Like, let's be real. Like, you cannot peer pressure other women to be desperate because you desperate. Like, I don't get these type of women. These type of women are just weird to me. You trying to peer pressure women to be a doormat because you a doormat or because you've been a doormat all your life. And what have it got you? Like, this man just want control and access and want to be able to really just feel like they got ownership over you. Men with that kind of dusty mentality. Men with dusty mentalities, which are dusties, these men do not feel like a woman deserve to rest. You cannot rest when you living in survivor mode and you handling male duties. So yes, it's gonna make you look like a man and it's gonna make you feel like a man eventually because you taking on duties and roles that a man's supposed to be taking care of. If you don't have no choice, you gotta figure out how you gonna provide for the kids. You gotta figure out how you gonna provide for not just the kids, but provide for the kids and the man. Then you gotta figure out how you gonna clean up. Then you gotta figure out how you gonna do dishes. Then you gotta figure out how you gonna take out the trash. Then you gotta figure out how you gonna do laundry. Then you gotta figure out how you gonna run bath water for a man that's not doing nothing but sitting on his behind, playing a game and watching TV. How can you rest? If you living in survivor mode, you living in poverty, you living in how can you relax? How can you relax when you gotta worry about you got kids already and then you got a big kid. You gotta take care of a big kid, a big baby, which is a big man. There's no way possible. There's no way possible you can relax. There's no way possible you cannot be in survivor mode. There's no way possible you're not going to be exhausted. You're not going to be tired. You're not going to be overwhelmed from having all those burnings on you after all those years, for having all those burnings on you. Okay? For having all those burnings on you. And for dealing with a man that don't want to lift not one finger and do anything. That is going to be a toll on your body for doing everything. Black women who are divesting we are not finna be living in survivor mode. We refuse to bend done that. We is resting. We tired. And no, 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 no. Like, as I always say, these women might as well, all us different, all us not the same. All black women are different. Us black women who divest and swirl, we do not claim black women who are pro-black and got so much self-hatred and internalized self-hatred and the coon mentality and the internalized racism. We don't claim them, so they need to stop trying to claim us, and they need to stop trying to speak for us and let us speak for ourselves. Stop trying to act like they can speak for us and they can speak for all us, because they can't speak for all black women. We're not even finna try to speak for them. It's just weird at this point. The obsession is weird. The obsession with trying to silence black women who don't want to settle for less and be a doormat and be a pick me is giving, please, will you be a doormat because I'm being a doormat? Will you please tolerate and put up with and allow what I do? Please tolerate what I tolerate. Put up with what I put up with. Please, please be a pick me. Please get back with a black Tyrone. Please, 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 please go back to the Pookies and Ray Rays. Please go back to the black men who abandon and neglect their kids. Please go back to the deadbeat fathers in the black community. That's what it's given. Please don't get him locked up if he put his hands on you. Please do not ask him for a more amount of money if he just got $5 to give you. Please do not question this man if this man go cheat on you. And you will have a happy life. You'll have less stress. He'll be your peace long as you don't question him. He'll be your peace long as you go 50-50 with him and split the bills with him. No, baby.
Claim that they just want to uplift and help black women and help black women to realize that they are wayward, masculine, ignorant creatures. But in that same vein, they don't have a problem with a non-black woman coming in and bashing and critiquing black women. And why is that? Because they truly don't look at themselves as black women. They look at themselves as a separate entity. Now, not to mention this German woman who they keep bringing up, who they say is so right, was out here paying for peen.
And she wasn't right about nothing she said. She wasn't right about nothing she said. None of these racist, non-black women be right about anything that they say. The German woman, we all saw that this woman is desperate. It's crazy how, they do stuff out of desperation. She wanted our attention so bad. There's no competition, and I mean, you can't compete where you can't compare. She's not a black woman. You got a lot of them that try to be black, but they do a horrible job at it. They do a bad job at it. She's not black. Like, why would we pay her any mind or pay her any attention when our history is our history? Black history belongs to black people. Black history belongs to black people. That's why a lot of people be want to do their research about black history, because it's about us. It ain't about no other race. It's about us. Black history is about us. That's why it's called Black history. People who don't do their research and people who don't look up on black history, they not going to know what they're saying. So they're going to be sounding very ignorant. Because if you go back from the times of when black women were servants and maids and all the rest of this stuff, see, if she would have did her research on how black women always have been servants and maids and all the rest of that stuff, she would have been she would have been, you know what I'm saying? She would have been good. She would have been good. You know what I'm saying? But they don't be trying to. They don't be trying to they don't be trying to do their research or anything. So like, if you don't do your research, you're not gonna know what you're talking about. You're not gonna know what, man. Black women was. This is so old and tiring, and I'm tired of this topic. But black women was, not only they were slaves, they were servants, they was maids, everything you could think of in the book. Somebody nanny, somebody waitress, somebody butler. Like, we was everything. To me, everything was just, back in those time and back in those days. How you think, like, my, may she rest in peace, like my grandma, my great grandma, she lived in those days of oppression, where black women had to be everything. Black women was peer pressured and forced to be people nannies, to be people maids, to be people servants. And for people who want black women to start back being like that and feel like you don't supposed to get tired or exhausted for being a slave or a servant, slaving over the kitchen, slaving 24/7. So I guess what it is, black Tyrones, they are humans and black women are robots, right? We supposed to be robots and they human. So black Tyrones, they don't get tired, they don't get exhausted, they don't get overwhelmed. And I guess we just get the bottom of the what you call it every time.
Wouldn't that be something that black women don't want to do? So why would we take a woman's opinion or thoughts on anything when she's out here doing something so egregious and stupid? Getting into relationships with pookies? Like, what? But you know what? I digress. Now, the first woman in the first clip, if you notice, she said that the German woman said that Western women are no competition to foreign women. And she made sure that she said that me as a black woman who is married, it was not offensive to her. And the reason why it wasn't offensive is because she can hide behind her marriage and say, oh, she's talking to y'all, not me. I'm married, which is why she made sure that she used that word. Now, you notice the second woman, who I have featured on my channel before. I really have a problem with her content, but she said, now, why would that German woman eat us up like that? And she said, when I say us, I mean us as black women. But
Some of them love to say us, it's not us. Like, who they be talking to? These women are delusional. We don't be in these women groups. We don't follow these women. We not subscribe to these women. So when they say us, who is they talking about? Because all of us different. We are not a monolith. When they say us, I be confused. Who is us? Because we don't claim y'all. We have told y'all. I can't count how many black women besides Cynthia G who have came on YouTube and told these other black pygmies that we do not claim them. So they need to stop saying us, because a lot of us black women, we have left black men. It's not no us. It ain't no us. Well, who is us? They are delusional. Who is us? I be so confused when I hear that us word. What us where? Us where? Because a lot of us not subscribed. We don't follow these other black women that talk down and talk about their own women, and they're the same thing they are, black. So who is us? I be confused about that. Who is us? These women have really lost their marbles. Who is us? Addressing the elephant in the room. Who is us? Because we see them, but we not subscribed to them. We don't follow them. Who is us? They speaking about theyself. They talking about theyself.
Once again, that that was an attempt to separate herself from the collective of Black women. To say, oh, she wasn't talking to me, she was talking to you unruly, masculine Black women that I'm not a part of. I'm different. That's not.
And to me personally, I'm not trying to be funny. She looked very masculine in the face. She can go for a man. The one who said why that German woman had to eat us up like that, yes, I have talked about her before. She looked very masculine. I'm sure her husband don't want to be with her. She looked like a man. She looked like a horse. And when a lot of people said that she looked like a horse, they didn't lie. She looked like a horse. She literally looked like a horse. Like, no shade. But Sis looked like, she looked like a horse. So, for her to feel so comfortable to get on TikTok platform and talk the rubbish that she talk, with knowing how she look, you can tell she got self-esteem problems and she got low self-esteem, and she want other Black women to have low self-esteem like that. Her self-esteem is down to the ground. So she'll do whatever just to be able to say, I got a man, I got a piece of a man. She one of those types of Black women where she don't care. A piece of a man is better than having no man at all. Just a piece of a man. If I just got a piece of him, if I just do everything right, and I'm always nice and caring and sweet and kind and compassionate, and I let him get away with everything. I let him slide with everything, and I don't talk. I let him talk first, and maybe everything will be all right. But in reality, her husband is having fun with abusing her emotionally and mentally and physically. He's going to start beating her ass because she's dumb, because she's living in an illusion. She's living in a delusion and a fairy tale, because none of the stuff that she say on her TikTok make any sense. And I know for a fact this woman know that a lot of stuff she talk about be unrealistic. These pygmies, these Black pygmies be unrealistic. These mixed pygmies be unrealistic. These white pygmies be unrealistic. The non-Black pygmies be unrealistic. Unrealistic pygmies. The normal women who just sit back, the normal Black women, the normal non-Black women who don't have a mindset like that or even operate like that or think like that, don't have the crabs in the barrel mentality. They just be like, what have I just saw? And what did this woman just say?
Me. And my thing is that if you feel like you're separated from Black women when dirt is thrown on our names, then how can you ever put yourself in a position to uplift or critique Black women? Because you're not coming from a place of love, you are coming from a place of superiority. And I really do feel like Black women who make content like this have some serious emotional and self-esteem issues, and they feel unheard and unloved.
She do have self-esteem issues. Look at her face. And I never said it, but I've thought it. But when people start saying she look like a horse, she do. You have human beings out here that literally look like creatures, animals that God have created on earth. This woman look like a horse that you can literally ride on a farm, outside of a farm. This woman looked like a horse. This woman got a horse nose. Her neck reminds me of a horse. She looked just like a horse. And that's not me trying to criticize her, but for you to feel like you on a pedestal and you're a Black woman yourself, how can you feel like you better than other Black women when you look like a horse? Your husband is settling. Literally, he's settling, because I know for a fact he can't want her if she looking the way she look. So he's settling. In reality, he is settling. Somebody please tell that man that he is settling, because I have seen how she looked, and she looked very masculine. She looked like a masculine Black woman. That's the real definition of a masculine Black woman. She look it. She looked like she got muscles and everything. She looked like she can be on a wrestling team. She literally looked like she could play basketball. She looked masculine. I'm not talking about tomboyish and just masculine and just want to act like a man is totally two different things. She look very masculine. She don't look feminine at all. She don't look feminine nowhere.
In their real lives by the men that they are with. And that's why they go online searching for love and validation from strange men. And they don't care if they alienate about 90% of their sisters. They don't care. They do not care as long as they get their next hit.
And we don't care either. We just want them to stop. We want to stop living rent-free in their heads. We want them to stop mentioning us, stop talking about us, stop addressing us. Please stop trying to speak for all Black women because we don't care. We're not concerned. And we're not trying to fix nothing that we didn't divide. We're not trying to fix nothing. We didn't cause division. We did not cause division in the Black community. Black Tyrones did, and they still won't be accountable for their own actions or wrongdoings. Hold the Black Tyrones accountable for putting division in the Black community. We do not care to try to fix anything. We don't care. We have moved on. We no longer have a segregated mindset. We have went on to big and better. We do not care about division because we didn't start the division. Black Tyrones started the division with their secret animosity, self-hatred, mommy and daddy issues, with their internalized racism and hate, and projecting their own hate and insecurities onto their own women, to the point where they hate their own women so much. Dusty's got 1,000 of controversial YouTube channels just to spread how much of what they don't like, what they do like, what they find attractive, what they don't find attractive. We don't ask for their opinions and we don't ask for their 2 cents. We do not. We literally do not care. These men could get wiped up off the earth and we wouldn't care. I swear we wouldn't.
Of male validation. And it's more powerful than any narcotic out there for a pick.
They could get wiped up off the earth. That's what I meant. Wiped up off the earth. Maybe that need to happen one day. You know, maybe all the Dusties, maybe God just need to wipe all of them off the earth. All the Dusties. No more Dusties. No more Blackestein, Dusty Tyrones. It'll just be normal Black men. Not dysfunctional, immature, childish, baby-like, childlike Black men. I would be so happy if that happened. I'd be so happy if YouTube started being so strict. Well, when you got these controversy Dusties that want to talk about Black women 24/7 and they want to talk about they want to talk about their makeup and their weaves and all the rest of that stuff, well, their channels will just get terminated. Won't that be a blessing? That'll be a blessing to me. And we will no longer live rent-free in their heads. Or when they try to do a panel and talk about weaves and makeup, let that get terminated.
And they really do feel like if they throw the majority of Black women under the bus, or they constantly cater to Black men's feelings, or if they make Black men feel as if all of their thoughts and all of their biases against Black women are right, that everything that Black women say or do is all completely wrong and incorrect, and Black women are all of these enemies and all of these things, that they feel like if they confirm these things for these men, that maybe, just maybe, these men will see the humanity in them or give them some type of better treatment if they can identify.
Hey, see me. You see me. Hey, pick me. Pick me. Pick me. You see me? I'm better than them. I'm not like other girls. I'm not like other women. I'm a girl's. Hey, you see me? Pick me. Pick me. Pick me, daddy. Pick me. Pick me. Proceeds to get on their knees. Pick me. Pick me. Please pick me. Oh my God. Pick me. Please pick me. Oh, I'm so desperate. Please pick me. Please pick me. Pick me. Pick me. Pick me.
Them as one of the good ones. And honestly, I've said this before, but this is the same mentality that tap dancing, Uncle Ruckus type of black.
Thank you. Thank you. Uncle Ruckus. Now we all know about Uncle Ruckus. Uncle Ruckus hated his. The Boondocks showed how this man did his character. This man literally hated the skin he was in. This man tried to erase all his blackness just to gain validation from whiteness. Uncle Ruckus showed us more and more to appreciate being a black person, because everything about a black person, he hated it. Everything about what goes on in the black community, he hated it. He talked down on it. He talked about it. He bullied it. And when it came to racism, he encouraged it. He enabled it. He enabled the dysfunction. The white supremacy stuff, he enabled it. He enabled the abuse. Funny in the show is funny, but it was reality. It was some truth to them jokes. A lot of time when he joked, it was some truth to them jokes. Uncle Ruckus, oh yeah, he taught a lot of black people to appreciate being black and don't hate yourself, because it's a lot of black Tyrones. These men literally hate themselves, and these men be mad because they hate themselves. They be mad because they own women don't hate themselves. You supposed to feel like you less than because I feel like I'm less than. That's your problem. You need to find you a male therapist and you need to go heal so you can learn that you are worthy and you have value. Because just because you black, that don't mean that you don't have no value and you're not worthy. The one time that I told y'all I bleached my skin, it was the most biggest regret. Because in my mind, I felt like, I'm too black. I was charcoal black, I ain't had no sunscreen. I got in the pool. I kept getting in the pool. I was enjoying myself on the summer. And I just couldn't take it, I just couldn't take it. Like, I couldn't take it. I just kept telling myself, I'm black, like I'm charcoal, the charcoal that you put on the grill. That's what I was calling myself. And for some reason, I don't know why, but I felt insecure because I was dark skinned. And I think the reason why I felt that way is because I done seen so many negative stereotypes on you being dark skinned. That didn't mean that I didn't accept who I was. That didn't mean that I didn't accept that I was still beautiful. I thought about all the negative stereotypes. All the negative stereotypes and narratives and perceptions and stigmas and microaggressions that it comes to when you are dark skinned. When you is a dark skinned black woman, you get treated so differently. It's like people act like you poison. They act like you got a disease. But really they are the disease. Because black is beautiful. My mama is dark skinned. I got so many dark-skinned people in my family. I learn each and every day. Don't worry about people's opinions or how people see you or how people look at you. Because when I was dark-skinned, I still had men that would hint on me. I still had men that was trying to talk to me and they was telling me how beautiful I was. Black is black. It don't matter what complexion, black is black. And the more I have educated myself, it don't matter what skin complexion, you still black. You still black. A lot of people have lied to themselves. You still black. It don't matter what complexion you is. A black person is a black person. I don't care if you say you light skin. I don't care if you say you brown skin. I don't care if you say you high bright, you light bright. If you a black person, if black is in your DNA, if African American is in your African descent is in your DNA, you is black. You black. It don't matter what complexion you is. It don't matter how many shades lighter, how many shades darker, how many shades brighter. You black. Black is black. Black is black. And some black people can be mixed with things. It's different black people, but black is black. It don't matter what complexion you is. You shouldn't worry about what people gonna say about you. You still beautiful. So I wouldn't care if I was to get dark skin again. It wouldn't matter to me because it's not a disease. Sure, you're gonna have negative people that's gonna bring up those old disrespectful Jim Crow negative black stereotypes when it come to black women, but hey, we have outgrown and healed from people bringing up those negative stereotypes and narratives and perceptions, because that don't determine who we are. So that cannot tear us down. That cannot shame us. They need to find a new way trying to shame us, because stereotypes that don't make us feel... It used to make us feel bad a little bit, but it don't work like that no more. Because the more you grow in life to love yourself and have self-care, and you got self-love, stereotypes as a black woman, it no longer bothers you. The stereotypes, it don't upset you. And it don't piss you off, because you know why people is bringing up those old stereotypes. They bringing up those stereotypes because they jealous of you and they hate you. And that's okay. Everybody is not going to accept you for you, love you for you, and appreciate you for you, watch you for you. But you have people who are going to genuinely support you and be in your corner. God put those people in your life. Amen. Hallelujah.
People do for white tea people. They feel like as long as they keep on dancing and they tell the white tea people that everything bad that they think about black people is right, that those white tea people will give them a blue ribbon, a gold star of being one of the good ones. And you know what? That type of thought process is very terrible and it's very unhealthy. Why post a video like this and say, why did y'all do this?
Hello? So what I want to talk to you about today is...
Unfortunately,
A German woman said that black women were in her husband's DMs, sending him nude pictures. Found his Instagram and sent him nude pictures telling him how they can take him from her. Why?
And they can. They can, horse face. They can, horse face. What, you mad? You jealous? You got a husband. You out of pocket. That's not your business. Horse face. And let me just speak about this, y'all. I had saw this on TikTok. Miserable and bitter women. All black women are not miserable and bitter. The miserable and bitter women be the pygmies. And they the most masculine, non-feminine black women. Because they be so eager, so egotistical. They run by their ego and their pride. Trying to get other black women to compete and march for Tyrone's. So this what she put. She talking about herself. She married to a black man. She is miserable and she is a bitter black woman. Because she can't have fun and she don't got no freedom. Somebody please tell her that she is the one that's miserable and bitter. These women be miserable and bitter because they ain't got nobody else to join their sisterhood. They little fake pick me sisterhood. We not gonna join. So they might as well stop. Because they can shame us all they want to. Shaming is not gonna make us join them. Join in with them and gather with them. It's a waste of time.
Why would y'all do that? Why would you feel comfortable going into another woman's DMs and sending him nude photos, videos, and all of that? Disrespectful. But then to that point,
how is it disrespectful? And she came for black women. She came for American black women. American black women. What was the disrespect at, Horseface? What was the disrespect at? She said American. She didn't just say American people. It would have been a difference. This is why she got backlash, because she thought she was slick. She didn't just say American people, and I watched the whole video myself. She didn't just say American people. She didn't just say American people. She said American black families. Proceeds to put the black in it. Proceeds to put the black after the American. American black families. She started talking about how a lot of American black families don't have structure. And how a lot of black women wasn't raised to know how to treat their men. And we have been told this. Of course, we was going to get pissed off and eat her up. Because we have been told this 1,000 of times from 1,000 of pick-me women like you. That a lot of black women was not raised to know how to treat a black man. Okay? We tired of that. That's why we let the internet ate her up, and she still getting ate up. Because the same black man that she got on here bragging about, the same black man that she got on the internet bragging about, got on TikTok bragging about, got on YouTube bragging about, is the same black man that done got locked up and incarcerated. You see how karma work? She was competing with herself. She was competing with herself. She was competing for herself. We was not finna compete with her. We not finna compete with no woman. What we gonna compete for? And me personally, I don't even believe in competing for men. What you gonna compete for?
it proves her point. It proves her point that all you're good for, only way that you can try to get a man is to use your body, and it doesn't work.
Do it work when you use your body for your husband? I bet it smell like fish and rotten tuna fish dying now. You don't look like you smell too good. Probably smell like straight tuna can. That's all you good for. Y'all, that's all I hear when she talk. She sound like a horse. That's all you good for. But this coming from the same black woman that's like, oh my God, will you pick me? Please pick me. I'm not like other black women. But I wanna encourage other black women. They be tripping me out with that fake sisterhood. I want to encourage other black women. I want to uplift other black women. I'm a girls, but scared to hold men accountable. How can you say that you are uplifting your other black sisters, motivating them and encouraging them and lifting them up when you tearing them down by being egotistical and shallow and arrogant and telling them, oh, they not talking about me, they talking about y'all. You removing yourself and you walking away from the group because you feel like you better, and this the way you trying to shame. I'm married. They not talking about me. I'm married. As if marriage is supposed to mean something. As if you having a ring on your finger is supposed to mean anything. They not talking about me because I'm married. You're not saved. That don't save you because you got a ring on your finger. Because you still look like a horse. You still look like a horse. You still look like a horse that can lay in hay. That can play in hay. Yes, I'm going to eat you up. Every time I'm going to eat you up. Stop getting on TikTok telling black women that they are miserable and bitter. You the one that's miserable and bitter with your husband. You're not happy with your marriage. You're not happy with your marriage. You can't be a happy married woman if you get on TikTok trying to tell other black women what to do with their own personal lives. You so invested. You was an invested, nosy, messy, petty, ugly pick-me. Somebody tell her I said it, because I'd tell her to her face if I could. She's an ugly pick-me. She's not just a pick-me, but she's ugly with it. She's ugly. She's unattractive. She's undesirable. I'm glad. I would never want to look like something like her. How you gonna try to shame somebody and you ugly? Your husband is settling with your ugly eyes. He is settling with your ugly, horse-face looking self.
And watching that video made me irritated all over again, because how would some random stupid black women sending that lady's man pics prove her point? You act like every black woman in America sent pics to him, or even 1,000 black women. So why would you throw all black women under the bus like that? And then have the nerve to make the title Miserable and Bitter Women. And looking at videos like that, it's like, what's your motivation, sis? Honestly, you're taking this German lady's word for it when she clearly already has an issue with black women? Even if there were some women who did do that, why are you talking about it like the majority of black women sent that lady's man some pics? Be serious, like it doesn't make any sense. And my thing is this, is that if black women are so bad, black women are no competition for anybody, and we're at the bottom of the barrel, and we're so masculine, then...
And the ones that's the bottom of the barrel, it be the black women who always be trying to say, like Horseface, she is the one that's the bottom of the barrel, honey. Her husband settled. She's the bottom of the barrel. The bottom of the barrel. I'm talking about, he really settling for less. He can do better. Somebody please tell this man he can do better, because this woman look like a man and this woman look like a horse. Please somebody tell this man he can do better. I literally feel sorry for him having to sleep next to somebody that look like that. I would be scared and petrified to turn around and see a woman look like that. She's literally masculine. Like, the masculinity is all over her. Ain't nothing soft about her. Ain't nothing feminine about her. It's all that is just out the window. I'm sorry.
Why the heck are you trying to offer charm school classes and feminine school services for young girls? Aren't you included in that? Aren't you included in this unruly masculine black woman? Oh, I forgot. Oh man, I'm sorry, y'all. I totally forgot. It's because just like I said, you think that you are the exception. The only feminine black woman is you. The only intelligent black woman is you. The only black woman that is nice is you. And that's insane to think that way about women who look just like you. And I just want to say that I didn't get on the girl in the first clip as much as the lady in the other clips, because the girl in the first clip seems to just be starting out, and the majority of her content seems to be self-help. And I also think that she has been very badly influenced by the other creator. And now she thinks that this is what she should be doing. But the second woman, and I don't even want to say her name, she knows exactly what she's doing. And before her followers come on my page again, like they did before, and say that I'm jealous of her because I'm single and...
She don't have nothing for nobody to be jealous of. Look at her. She look like a horse. If I was a man, I wouldn't spit on her. And if I was a man, I would brutally tell her that she looked like a horse. She looked like a man. I don't care if she do got a husband. She looked like a man. When I first saw her, that was my very first impression. She looked like a man. I didn't think there was a woman. I thought there was a man. Maybe no disrespect to anybody community, but I thought that maybe she was a transgender or something, or maybe she had transition. I did not want to believe that was a real biological woman. I'm just saying.
And I'm lonely. I am not single. I am married as well. And I have been for a long time happily. And that's the difference between me and you. But I would never dare use that to act superior or make other black women feel less than. And I really just can't see how...
None of us are less than. You want to know the women that's less than? The pygmies. We are better than them. We look better than them. We think better than them. We got our freedom. They don't got their freedom. There are slaves and servants. Pygmy women are nothing but slaves and servants. That's all they is. They are jealous of us and they in competition with us, and they always trying to get our attention. We don't pay them no mind. We pay them dust because they are peasants to us. Bow down and worship us and praise us. Bow down to us. What Beyonce said, bow down, bow down, bow down. All those pygmies gonna have to bow down to us one day. They're gonna have to bow down to the black women who are divested and swirling. They're gonna have to bow down to us eventually. They're gonna have to stop trying to fight this, what they've been trying to fight for the longest, and just bow down. Just realize that we're telling the truth and the truth hurts. Just realize that we're telling the truth about y'all black kings. Okay, it's okay to not want to believe it and live in a delusion and live in a dragon tales. But realistically, black men are dying in nursing homes, baby, every day. And I have seen it. And not only I have seen it, I hear about it. So let those pygmies, those black pygmies, let them keep living in the delusion they living in. Let them keep living in an illusion. Let them keep living in that illusion. Let them keep living in that illusion. Let them keep living their miserable, unhappy lives while they trying to say we miserable and we unhappy. We miserable and we unhappy. We bitter. We be living our best life. Our best life. Ever since I've divested from Blackistain, you can't tell me that it ain't no glow on me. You can't tell me that I don't look different. I don't feel different. It's August, y'all. It's 3 months. 3 months I've been like dating out of my race, and it's the best decision I ever made. And I don't regret it. And I see other black women that's still in Blackistain, and they still brainwashed, and they still weak-minded and gullible and naive, and they still falling for the BS. I feel sorry for them. I do. I really do. I feel sorry for them limiting their options, and they got 1,000 options, like limiting themselves and not exploring their options and just being loyal to one race. I really feel sorry for the pro-black pygmies because they are trash. They are trash. They nothing but waste. They are the Miss Pookies that belong to the Pookies. They are nothing. They don't have good sense, because if they had good sense, they'll know it's time for me to expand my options before it's too late. It's time for me to expand my options before I be a baby mama for the rest of my life, before I be a single mother for the rest of my life, before I never ever get a chance to see what it feel like to be proposed to, or to get engaged, or be somebody's fiance. It's sad.
More black women don't get offended at black women that only showcase the worst of black women, and then go out of their way, though, to make sure that it is known that it is not them, but it is every other black woman. And then what's even more maddening to me is that there are people like Dana Dane who have so much smoke for black women, but will have a black man on their panel who has disrespected black women in a...
And she don't look all that either. She all right, but she don't look all that. And then it's a past where people dug up about her. Dana used to talk to... She don't talk to some dusties in her life. She have talked to some what you call thugs, pookies. Yes, she have talked to those type of men back in her younger days. And what is funny is how these black pygmies, all they know how to make their money off of is doing controversial rage baiting and using stereotypes. And that's how they get their money off of other black women. But all of us don't support them, and they know that.
Million different ways, call black women out of their names, display behavior of alleged ex-deviants, and etc., etc. And then you have this woman here who stitched this man who has clearly been to prison. You see all those face tattoos. He's marked up like a school desk in detention. If you saw him outside at night, you would clutch your purse and probably something else.
This is Cortell Samuels. This man named himself that because he was a Kevin Samuels supporter and follower. I be seeing him a lot on TikTok. I tell TikTok don't recommend none of his videos to me because he is dysfunctional and toxic and need to heal. He is one of those dusty black men that gonna end up in a nursing home if he don't get his mental health together and he don't get his mindset together. Because the hole that he led in himself to is just sad.
If you know what I mean. And she's sitting here sharing his video like he's someone that should be listened to. And this is really the problem with women, that center men above all else. And they make sure that black women stay at the bottom. They are the ones that will be...
Black women are not at the bottom. None of us is at the bottom. You feel like you at the bottom when you still talking to them and you still dating them and you still giving them access and attention and you still giving your body to them. That when you feel like you is at the bottom. When you no longer deal with dusties, you don't feel like you at the bottom. You ain't at the bottom. You feel like you at the bottom when you still dealing with them and giving them access and attention and giving them your body. They at the bottom, not us. They is at the bottom. They at the bottom. And they lonely. And them nursing homes gonna study just expand. And when it come to dating, it's gonna be the same thing. Like, they love life ain't gonna be nothing but trash because they trash. When you trash your own women, people gonna trash you. Even people on dating sites, even people on dating apps, you're gonna get trashed. Cause some kind of way you're gonna end up going viral for saying derogatory things about your own women. It ain't gonna go well. Not even your love life. And some people can put a hex on Dusties. I believe some of them do have hexes on them. Love spells. Because they just that evil. But that's their karma. I don't feel sorry for them.
Holding your legs if we were in The Handmaid's Tale. Seriously. And it's really a truly disturbing situation. And for the life of me, I just don't understand how you get that mentally broken that you would make content like this. I just don't get it. It's got to be a cash grab. And it's really crazy because when I say I love Black women, I really do mean it. I really do. And I would really love for all of us to be a sisterhood where we can uplift each other, love each other, correct each other, if needed, support each other, be each other's safe space. But I really cannot look at women that behave like this as sisters. And I really do feel like they need to be exposed. Just like I expose these red pill
They're not like us. They're not like us. They're not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. We don't claim them. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They support pedophiles. We don't support pedophiles. They support jailbirds. We don't support jailbirds. They support prison men. We don't support prison men. They support abusers. We don't support abusers. They support criminals. We don't support criminals. They support pookies. We don't support pookies. They support abusers. They support womanizers. They support gigolos. They support bachelors. They support men who have internalized racism, misogyny. They support misogynists. They support internalized self-hate, internalized hate. We don't. They support things we don't support. They enable things we don't enable. They encourage things we don't encourage. They motivate things we don't motivate. They lift up things we don't lift up. They enable things we don't enable. They not like us. Pro-Black women are way different from Black women who have divested and swirled. I don't know when some people gonna realize this and get this through their thick skull. Divested Zealot. I watch her. And you know what she called Dusty's? Dumpster juice. Okay, she go in on Dusty's. And some of her other, Black sisters that be over there, they go in too. But I know why they go in on Dusties. I know why they go in on Dusties. I know why they go in on Mammies. Because they trying to get a lot of black women to wake up and smell the coffee. Expand your options. And it's another divested black sister I just followed. Like I followed her, I say like a month ago. I just found her channel on YouTube. I don't remember her name because I would have gave her like a little shout out, but I just subscribed to her channel and she's a divested black woman. So anyways, she's married to a white man. Y'all, I'm so happy low key because my white boyfriend supposed to be coming to see me, who I'm in a open relationship with. He supposed to be coming to see me, and I'm so happy because we finally gonna like meet each other. Like in my mind, like I don't care. It's like in my mind, I'm like, you know how in your mind you be like, my man, 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 my man. But y'all, my man remind me, like my mind be like all over the place. But like my man remind me of like a fine bread, like a fine bread. That's what he remind me of, like a fine bread. But enough about me, y'all. And I talk to y'all. I'll let y'all know how everything go. I finally decided I'm ready to see him. I'll let y'all know how it go. But I'm low key happy. Like I'm very, very excited.
And these other crazy men on my platform, I don't feel like they're any different. They are just as dangerous and divisive. You know what? They may even be worse. And the reason why I say even worse is because people use them as confirmation bias. Like, oh well.
Unhinged and need to be set in the electric chair. That's what I say when it comes to those Dusties. They are unhinged. They need to be in a mental institution somewhere. Mental illness is real. Mental health is real, and these men really do need help. Listening to some of them on panels, watching them on panels made me realize. And when I heard Mr. Too Much say that he had a wife, sir, I'm scared for your wife. Your wife need to run. If this man is actually married, they came on the Public Offender Live. If this man actually married, I literally feel sorry for his wife. This woman is getting abused. She's getting abused in every forms, shapes, and sizes. Every forms of ways. She's getting abused in all forms. She's getting all forms of abuse. If this man actually got a wife, I feel sorry for her. She need to run. She need to move in silence, and she need to run away from Mr. Too Much because he sound very unhinged and dangerous. She need to run, sister, run. Hey, I'm encouraging it. She need to run like this. Run, Forrest, run. She need to run.
Look at these black women. They say that black women are mean too. They say that black women are nasty too. They say that black women are promiscuous and masculine, so it must be true. They're saying this about each other. And honestly, it's just like how people use people like Candace Owens to think the worst about black people because she told them so. And that's a terrible place to put yourself in as a black woman. It is so damaging.
We all been knew that Candace Owens was a pick-me. When I first saw her, I knew she was a pick-me. I knew she was a pick-me. I knew she was a white supremacist. She supported Donald Trump, just to put that out there. She's a big supporter of Donald Trump. When you do certain things that's ignorant as a black person, you erasing your blackness and it's becoming anti-black. You was an anti-black person. But I'ma pray for her. I ain't been praying for her, but I'ma pray for her one day because she need it. Because Candace Owens, when she get backlash, she don't know what to do when she get backlash. But the thing is, she want validation and acceptance and approval so bad that it's sad. It is killing her. She want validation so bad, but I been knew she was a pick-me. Been saw it from a mile away a long time ago.
And it really turns my stomach. But you know what? I digress. I don't know if y'all want to see more of these. Y'all can let me know. But if you really enjoyed this video and you watched it all, please do me a favor and drop a 55 in the comments. And if you can't donate to my Cash App above to help support the channel, that